All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pre-season breakdown for Season 5 of the Man of War Cup. It is back after a bit of a hiatus, and I think everyone is ready to throw on again. And with me, I've got the two other commissioners. I've got Brooke
Ready?
and Connor,
Yo.
long-time favourites. And we are going to be going through in this video just some of the league information, going through the teams and breaking them down, and I guess just making some of our predictions. And also hopefully kicking off the vote for the best theme award. Have I missed anything? I feel like that's everything.
Yeah, screen, but other than that, good.
Yeah. Oh, right, share my screen. I'm just going to quickly pause this. Oh, did that actually... I don't know
I
if
can
that
see.
actually paused. I'm going to be...
Good times.
Fuck
Alright,
it, we'll do
it
it
might not have.
live.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've used OBS, I gotta be honest with you. So this is you getting it. You're getting it raw, baby. Alright. Alright, so I guess before we wanted to kick off, just mainly going through just a couple of the rules, structure of the league for those new and returning to the Man of War League. So I don't know if you boys can see my screen, but I'm basically just on the league information section of the player's guide. So there's the player's guide. There's a link up on the Facebook page. This has pretty much all the information you need to know to play, as well as the structure, the current commissioners who you should talk to if you need any help or have any questions, and just the general structure of the league, which is a round robin with the top 4 teams going into a knockout playoffs, with the remaining team being crowned the Man of War champion, who the current reigning champion is Brooke
Me, baby.
with your orcs.
Great success.
Just remember that most people know this, but use the Facebook page where you can to organise your games, and even if you organise them somewhere else, please post them on the Facebook page so people can watch. Some of the other rules: stalling, totally fine; fouling, totally fine; conceding if you can't make a game, but try to
Fouling's
avoid that.
encouraged, really.
Fouling is, yeah, also encouraged. As well as our next one here, tilting. Tilting is definitely an encouragement, and we
You can
have...
get an award at the end of the year.
Yeah. I think we've got some strong tilt contenders this time. So I'm really interested to see who's going to win the tilt award. I've already seen a little bit of tilting in team creation. It's great. Spectating, you can watch games, but a big one to mention is quarterbacking. Pretty much everyone knows what quarterbacking is, but if you're watching a game, just trying not to give advice accidentally to the people playing the match. That's so skill, strategy, tactics, pointing out things that players might have missed. I know that can really throw people off. That's essentially it for the rules. And
I would just add at the end there, if there is a lot of people in Discord, because sometimes there can be like 8 or 9 people, feel free to just be like, hey, we just want to play the game in this one, and everyone who wants to spectate, can you bugger off to a different one? Feel free to say that, because I know sometimes people can get very distracted when there's 10 people having a conversation about nothing in particular.
Yeah.
There's also
Especially conversation can very quickly get off the top of a blood ball.
There's also other channels we've made in there that people should be able to move to. So even if you just want to move yourself or whatever, that's totally fine. That's there for you to do. I know some people have been really keen. I know Will's been really keen to record some games as well. Let us know if you're doing that, because we can help you, give you access to the YouTube site where you can upload it, essentially, so that everyone can see it. Which is great, because I know I will tend to probably miss a couple of games that I really want to see. Some awards that we're going to have pretty much every season. Best theme or naming scheme. So this is going to be the cleverest team theme, which we're going to be looking at today. The banter award. So that will come from our quotes, okay? And we will select that. Now the quotes, if you hear it, well, that's not quotes. If you hear a really good line that you just really want to record in the annals forever, make sure you put it in here. So just the only thing we need is who said it and what the quote was. There's some classics here, Connor. I don't know if you remember, but I'm not tilted. It's just this fucking game. It's one of my personal favorites.
It's my thing for my team this season.
Yeah, the theme.
Yeah. Um, this is also an iconic one. I don't know how I made it in there, but I don't really want to go back there.
Yeah, maybe we
uh,
should get rid of that one.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, look, it is what it is. There's
yeah,
some good ones though. I was a big fan of Luke's one,
yeah.
uh, which I think I put in because Luke was worried about maybe drawing, and Nui told him maybe he'd just lose.
This is one I tend to use ever since you played your Tomb King team, Connor. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
If I was Connor, that would have worked. Yeah, so you just put them in here, and that's it. And we'll have a look at them at the end and decide which one really stuck through the annals of time. We've got the Tilt Alert Award. This here goes basically to the person who just tilts the most hardest, or the most consistently. Um, do you remember who won last season's Tilt Alert Award?
It
Jade
was
won because
Jade.
Lewis
Jade.
was quite upset about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He
right.
was even
Lewis.
tilted about losing the tilt award, you could
Well,
say.
look, I will say that I think Lewis has come in strong this time.
He
He's
has the
definitely set
team.
himself up to
Yeah.
tilt.
He has the
Yeah,
team for it for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure. Um,
Him or Luke, I reckon.
yeah. Hey, that'll get me back to one of the most important questions I think about this league, that this league will answer. The Break the Mold Award is basically the coach who has the most unconventional skill choice for a player or players on their team. This is particularly good if that actually kind of works. So we had the tentacled Minotaur last
I
season.
remember it had sidestep as well, which
Oh
was like
yeah,
the bomb combo.
which actually it came in handy a lot of times. Um, we've got the best coach, which is the most in character and enthusiastic coach of the season. I feel like this one is dominated largely by Nui and Jethro
I
usually.
think like Jethro does a pretty good job too, yeah.
But I will say that TJ's back, and I think he's a really good contender for this one as well.
True.
We have the Biggest Shoulders Award, which is the single player, so not coach, but player who did the most carrying for their team. So the player that just on a shit team but a good player and just fucking really holding that team up. For I don't know, when I played my Bretonians, that was Griff.
I don't know
So
if you can have a hired help as your biggest shoulders.
it's not hired help. He's a hired star. It's literally carrying teams is literally his job.
I'll be interested to see which Thrall has the biggest shoulders on the.
Yeah. We have the PTSD award, which is the scariest team to the season, which is usually the team that people just don't want to play again because it's absolutely murdered them. And we've also got the biggest upset, which is the team that managed to the biggest upset. Like last season, it was the fucking poor Nurgle that were just getting bashed around all season, and then absolutely slaughtered your orcs.
Yeah, that was a rough game.
They
I think that's my last one as well. I was coming in like, oh, it won't be too bad. And then I was down like 3 players. Thank God we had the injury
yeah,
wipe.
yeah. Yeah, so that's all the awards we can win for the season. No change from last season. I felt like these ones worked pretty well. We've got the obituary, so we like to keep dead players so we can keep track, because unfortunately Blood Bowl 2 doesn't track dead players. So if you have a player die, just put them in here so they can forever live on, and we can kind of keep track of the mortality count. I feel like, again, my Bretonians just ended up dominating this. I think half of the count was my peasants. So, yeah. All you need is the name, position, the team, and the cause of death. So that is last
Highlight
bit,
reel.
highlight reel. So really kind of encouraging people to get on board on this. I know it can be pretty hard. You have to like clip it and then put it to Facebook and then just put the link in here. And if you haven't watched some of these already, you should go and do it because there's some fucking really baller plays in in here. So yeah, I would love to at the end of a season have enough of these to put together like a little highlight reel of
Yeah.
highlights, which would be really really cool because there's some bullshit that
Something
can happen.
something I'll just say. I guess as a general bit for the obituary, the quote catalog, and the highlight reel. It's one of those things that if everyone pitches in, a quote or a highlight or whatever, then by the end we've got something cool to look back on.
Yeah, even everyone just
So,
does one, it's 12, which is heaps. You
yeah.
know. Um, so
Lots of fun memories.
yeah. Even these ones are fucking awesome. Some of these are ridiculous. Um, and that's the highlight reel, and then we've got the Hall of Fame. I haven't made a season 5 one spot yet for it, but just a recap because we're 4 seasons deep now. So we've had season 1, Connor 1 with the Dark Elves. Then we had I 1 with the Pro Elves. So we had Elves going very strong initially, and then Oliver upset that with Norse, Queens of the Norse, and then we have Brooks 1 with Planet of the Orcs, so Orc team. So the elves have been hard done by. They've been knocked off their perch, and I'd really love to see an elf team come back.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to it in a moment, but given the season, I'm not sure how confident I am on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. If there's any type of season which elves are going to do really well into, it's a bashy season because no one's expecting them. No one's used to them, right? But let's get into that now. I think, unless there's anything I've missed that you can remember.
No,
No, I
good
think
enough.
that's pretty crash course. If you haven't read this document, probably go read it. Yeah, but that'll do for now. So let's get into the fun stuff. Let's get into the actual teams. So bit of a hectic start, but a good season. 12 teams with some new faces and some returning ones. So what we're going to do is we'll go through each team. We'll just look at their composition. We're going to spend 5 minutes on each team. Connor's going to be on the time.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about... We're not going to concentrate too much on the skills and stuff because everyone in this league has some Blood Bowl history and has played it before. So they generally know what most of the skills do, unless it's a weird skill. That's probably the only time we'll bring it up. But we'll just look at the composition, our predictions. We'll look at the theme. And we'll just talk about how we think it's going to go in the league or what the role it's going to play. So I guess without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. And I'm actually going to start off because this is a new player. This is Lukey's team, friend of mine, Lulu Rats, who will always say he really sucks with writing a theme. It's not his strong suit. But I am glad that he was originally going to play Goblins, but he's gone back to his OG team, so his Skaven. And he is good with Skaven. I've played him many times with his Skaven, and he knows what he's doing with them. So the Fast Nefarious, and they're the Lulu Rats. He's gone with just generic names for them. But he's got a bit of a different build to what we've seen, because he doesn't like to spam gutter runners. Even though, in this edition, if you're watching Lukey, gutter runners are even better than they are in the new edition. They are nutso. But he loves the Rat Ogre. So he's got the Rat Ogre, 2 Storm Vermin, a Thrower, 3 Gutter Runners, and then Lyman. 2 rerolls, because he likes to play risky. He has taken 4 Fan Factor to try and get the early advantage with the kickoff tables, because he can use a Blitz very well. But what I will say about Lukey, having played him a lot, is he is not afraid to play really aggressive with his Rat Ogre. Like, he will blitz you with this thing every turn. And he will play really aggressive with it. Just something to note, Lukey, that the Rat Ogres in this edition don't start with claws. And Wild Animal, I think, is a bit worse than what it is in the new edition. But yeah, but don't he will get this Rat Ogre into the thick of it. He will charge you down with this thing. So I'm
excited by the 4 Fan Factor. I feel like I think the only reason any of us have ever taken Fan Factor is because we didn't know what we were doing and just had money left over. So I feel like the fact that Luke has deliberately gone for Fan Factor, actually knowing... I mean, one of the other things is because none of us actually own a rulebook. Most of us don't actually know what the kickoff table looks like. So the fact that he's done it as a tactical choice is, I'm keen to see how it works out.
What about you,
Yeah,
bro?
I like the Rat Ogre start. I'm keen to see it do some work.
I will also let you into a little secret about Lukey's rat ogres. Yeah, is they all have a tendency to die. So
He and Luke can. I guess it's something they have in common with the name. Just
yeah.
big guys dying.
In the last season I played of tabletop with Lukey, his rat ogre first game I think got 5 casualties and just murdered half another team, and then the next game got punched in the face and died first turn.
Love
It
to see
was
it.
so rough. But I do suspect Lukey is going to be trying to get claws on this thing as soon as he possibly can. Because Lukey, another thing, I know you probably already know all this, but in this edition, Mighty Blow and Claws stack. So they are
Yeah.
crazy good. So
Needs
yeah,
doubles for it though.
he does. He does into doubles. And then if you get the doubles, block is also really good on this thing as well.
Yeah, it
So
has frenzy.
yeah,
So
I'm not sure. Both are good picks. Yeah, so or break tackle. I could see him getting break tackle on this if he doesn't roll the doubles, because he loves to blitz and charge with it. So
Storm Vermin are pretty late too. I'm big on Storm Vermin.
Stormhaven are good.
They're sick.
they look just really cool too.
Yeah, and he does know how to use his gutter runners. Like he will use them quite well. So
Yeah. I was a
yes,
bit excited to see the Skaven as well. It was teeing up to be a bit bash heavy league, so I'm hoping the gun runners will help keep
and
them.
I will say Luke knows how to play Skaven into a very bashy league, so he's played a
I love
lot. um, One thing, Lukey as well, is the throwers are not as good. They don't throw on 2+ in this edition. Um, so that's
That's
not
why I have gun runners.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the. I'm happy to see another Skaven team. We'll see if they get as fucking stupid as Nui's Skaven team got by the end. So yeah.
Um.
What are your
So,
predictions?
well, so I was just gonna say because I think Lewis mentioned this or someone mentioned this the other day is, it might be worth us just keeping tabs on how many teams start with a short hands player. Um,
Mm,
I guess most big bashy teams seem to have short hands, so it'd be an interesting thing because that affects strip ball later down the line. I guess to pivot to your question of uh, predictions, Gutter Runs are awesome and will cause people to tilt, and we'll go from there.
yeah, I'm wondering what the ogres are going to do against these. I don't really have an answer for them. They're just going to run circles around them.
Throw a Noblar at them.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if that works. Um, and I can't imagine playing vampires and trying to stop a gutter runner. I
I guess
just
you just got to foul them.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
did when I played Nui back in the day.
yeah,
If he was just running around, I was like, well, every turn you don't score, I'm going to foul the gutter runner.
yeah. Yeah. So
That's
that's
how. Oh, you go. I was just gonna say that's our 5 minutes, so you
yeah,
may as well
perfect.
wrap up.
I was about to say that's the Lulu Rats. I like Skaven. I've got a soft spot for Skaven, so really cool. Love to see it. I really want to see how this rat ogre goes. So who wants to do top 1%? 1.01%, sorry, because the 1% was taken.
Is that the risk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go because I was actually very hard considering playing ogres until
Mm,
other Luke mentioned that he was actually pretty much locked in. And I don't think he's actually played many games with these guys,
yeah.
but they do look pretty fun. He's gone, what, 4 ogres, 4 rerolls, full of Noblast, no apothecary, I think. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
I
And
Has
you
like
he
the
can
got an
theme.
in? Oh, that's right. He's
you
already
can
played the
see this
game.
this team is one of the only one of the 2 teams that play the game already. So they played their game earlier today.
And
So
you can see he rolled terribly on the luck skill and got an MVP on one of his Noblars.
yeah, that's so rough.
So
I mean,
the
that'll
ways.
happen though, right? Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
from a
Yeah.
purely mathematical
Yeah.
position, you
Yeah.
have
Not if
more
not if you're
dominance
good
on
at the
Lego.
game, Connor. Not if you're good at the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's he got?
But I like the theme. It's
Gates,
a.
Benzo, Elon Tusk.
Now
Is Oracle Elson?
I'm assuming they started Oracle, which is like some other thing. I know Bill Gates, Micro Gates, Bill Gates, Bezos. Bezos, Elon Tusk, Elon Musk.
I do like the theme here. I think the team
Mm.
fits the theme quite well, and I think he's got the right idea by just calling these minimum wage employee 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because
I
these are gonna die in droves. Like these guys will die so fast. Um,
Yeah,
and if they get any sort of injury, you can just fire them. I've seen people fire these guys for MNGs. It's like, no, we're just gonna buy a new one.
yeah, they're so cheap.
um, Now, the cool thing to note in the new rules is the TV. They literally haven't. I think it's called expendable. The TV doesn't count towards your team value. like their poison cost, so
Oh.
you can get again inducements a lot as well. But not the case here, Luke. Suck shit. Um, all right,
I
what?
love that he's only got 30k, but that's enough to buy another Noblar if he needs it.
Yeah.
What do you think he's gonna do with his money or save up for, Brook?
I think depending on who he's playing next, he might have to keep buying more Noblars because he had that issue kind of today where he had a few injured and then a few KO'd, and then he was just like 2 Noblars and 3 Ogres on the field. So I feel like he definitely want a few more Noblars. What's he got? Has he got 11 flat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. Wouldn't
Oh no,
you
he's got
like because
12. So he's got +1.
can you get how many ogres can you actually get? Can you get up to
You can get
6?
6.
Well, I'd be trying to get those 2 extra ogres though, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think so, but it's
Like,
just if you don't
probably go
have,
for 1 or 2 Noblars because
yeah,
once again they're only 20k. So like you just get another Noblar, whatever, and then after that you start gunning for that ogre.
Hmm.
Maybe an apothecary though, it's gonna suck if one of those ogres
Oh, that's
dies.
so true.
yeah,
That is so
that's
true.
probably actually a good point. Yeah, apothecary first, just in case, because 140k. Like I think if one's fucked, then your
And
season's probably ruined, which is standard for Luke.
he's good on rerolls. I don't understand why ogre rerolls are so expensive, but hey, here we are.
Yeah,
Uh,
because he can't coach them. All right, that is hard to coach.
yeah, true. He spent a lot of
What
money on
are
support. So.
the skill choices for Noblars versus ogres?
It's just agility and just strength.
Oh wow,
So
pretty
Yeah,
limiting.
it's very
yeah,
limited. You
it's
probably start going break tackle with the ogres and
and Noblars
what
generally.
juggernaut or something on one of them maybe.
Yeah, break tackle's really good on them. If you can get 1 or 2 a block, that if they roll double, that's really awesome too. Stat increases not great on a ogre. Um,
I don't know.
funnily
I'd take
enough.
AG3 or
Yeah,
move 6.
ogre,
Oh
we
yeah.
take
Oh,
that.
but I don't know. You could just take break tackle.
Yeah, but then he
Yeah, but
can
how are
catch
they
the
gonna
ball
pass
easier.
the
Then he's a
stat?
ball
Yeah,
handler.
true,
Yeah.
true, true.
Like you don't know how to play this game, Carl.
Yeah, I don't know. Um, I have one thing I've seen that I do rate is actually having an ogre ball carrier. Um, so getting someone to pick up the ball and giving the ball to an ogre is I think are really good because they're quite hard to get the ball off. Um, the other thing that's really important to note is these ogres don't have loner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty
really
exciting.
really handy, and that's where all his rerolls are going to go to keeping them activated. I think.
Yeah. It's pretty much vampires, but a little bit different.
Well, this is the question. This is what this league is going to answer. This is the question I want to know. Are
Ogre's better than
are
vampires.
ogres better than vampires, or vice versa? Because they're both I would put in the very the meme team category. Um,
I feel like ogres are better. Well, I've played them a little bit, not a
As well.
lot, but I don't know.
yeah, I
I
don't
haven't
know.
played them enough.
So like looking at all the players between both of those teams, I would go that the Thrall is the best player. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think that's confirmed.
Well, anything else we want to say?
Maybe just that the Noblars have agility 3 and stunty. And
They
it's
Yeah,
also
like
have
and they
classic.
always dodge on a 2+2,
yeah
so
Oh,
they
yeah,
and
but
sidestep.
oh
So
yeah.
you can actually put a lot of pressure on the ball with those guys, which is something I think is way better than the
mm,
Thralls because you
Yeah.
can just run through like 10 tackle zones, no problem,
uh,
most of the time.
but they are also strength 1, which means you're getting 3 dice on them all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But I've seen these
if they
guys
do,
dodge shit like fuckloads of blocks. Like
yeah, I think early as well when a lot of
Yeah.
players generally don't have block. I think that was the biggest issue today when
mm,
up against the Chaos Dwarves. He already has like 5 players
yeah,
with block and tackle.
yeah. That's just a fucking
I don't know
struggle
who he's
for him.
playing next, but it's actually really hard to knock them down with if you don't have many pieces with block.
Yeah, yeah. A
Yeah.
lineman will have a hard time knocking these dudes down. Did you say that was our time up?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll leave it there. But we haven't seen an ogre team before, so I'm really happy that we've got one. And Connor, you can do this team if you
Sure
want.
thing. I guess we're starting on the chaos trend,
Mm,
Subjugation Street. Come and
Hmm.
play. Everything's a-okay. This is actually Nui's second time visiting
yeah.
Chaos. Has played before. He did use the Minotaur, and this time he's clearly decided Minotaur is an absolute trash tier. Um, so yeah, I mean, once you cut the Minotaur out, the Chaos teams, I guess, formulaically, essentially made for Chaos Warriors. The rest all Beastmen. Maybe the only question you have is whether or not you take the reroll over the Apothecary.
Yeah.
So I guess pretty standard chaos team. I imagine is yours exactly the same, Carl?
Mine is exactly the same. Yeah,
All right. Well,
exactly the
I
same.
guess we'll
We can probably
more or
just
less.
talk a bit about them together, so
Yeah.
we won't spend too
Um.
long on mine.
Yeah. So I guess the thing that's come up in the past with chaos is just can they develop? Can you get those level ups on the Chaos Warriors? Where do the MVPs go? Can you manage to push the touchdowns out? Once the Chaos team gets rolling, it's pretty good. But out of the gate, the fact that they have no skills apart from horns makes it a bit challenging to deal with.
I know that early game chaos team picking up the ball is such a fucking stressful endeavor.
Yeah, that was my problem when I first started playing them.
It's you don't until you get one of these beastmen to become a dedicated ball handler, it is pretty tough. But yeah, like I think you said it, they have a rough start, but when they get going, they're fucking really good. If they can get off the ground fast enough, that's always the question. Yeah,
I think at least with this team, like no MVP is really wasted because all
yeah.
of your players can develop quite well.
Well, you say that
Um,
now, and then one of them will get a busted thigh or something, and then MVP, woo!
yeah, but I
Yeah.
think it's not like the like Thralls are kind of, and like Noblars and stuff.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
kind of like a lot worse. Like it feels bad getting an MVP on them.
But
How
these,
much Sesame Street do you reckon Nui's been watching in preparation?
yeah,
Well, he
actually,
does have a kid, so
yeah.
probably actually a
I,
lot.
I was thinking that. I was thinking that. Um,
Yeah,
is yeah.
I do
Uh,
like the theme actually. It's a good one.
I think it'll open itself up to a lot of good memes. I mean,
yeah.
Sesame Street's so old; it's been around. There's got to be something for everyone.
I'm expecting some
Mm.
pretty strong one-liners from Nui this season. Um, just so what did Nui play last season? Did he was
The
that it?
High Elf Bash team. He
Oh, that's
almost
right.
won the Did It My Way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. The High Off Bash team. I think he's now he actually wants to enact revenge uh, with Chaos. I guess while we're here though, we might as well. I'll quickly just so we can do two and one. I'll jump to my team because it is exactly the same. Um, so I've got Chaos Theory. Fucking
Textbook execution.
textbook
Yeah, I like
execution.
that. That's
I know that works on so many levels. So many levels. You don't know how long I was sitting here
Oh,
trying
do you
to.
want to pat yourself on the back a bit more,
Yeah,
Carl?
you know.
did you spell
Sometimes you do a
execution
theme,
correctly?
and sometimes you just
Carl,
do it well.
I'm sorry, you get negative points for spelling
Oh, did I
execution
make a typo in
incorrectly.
there? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, mine's exactly the same. I even got three rerolls. I was considering the Apothecary, but then I was like, I don't know, I reckon three
Nah,
rerolls.
I don't
You
think it's
just
ever.
save so much money by
Yeah,
getting the rerolls for
Yeah.
half price. I
and then you
agree.
can get a Minotaur or an extra Beastman, or
Yeah.
even another fucking reroll
Yeah.
because you don't have any block.
But I probably am going to try and save up and get that Apothecary as soon as possible.
Mm.
Hopefully, because I do not want one of these Chaos Warriors to die early, because that would suck. But yeah, you got Pythagoras' Theorem, Crackwell's Equation, Linear Regression, Mortal Relativity, Euler's Tridenity, Calci Crush, Trinomial Theorem, Bomb Das. I like this one, Algebra. I thought that was pretty clever. And for some math nerds out there, I've got dydx and plus C. Um,
Mm.
see if anyone's a
Nice.
math nerd and gets that. Um,
Yeah, write in if you get the joke.
yeah. Text in if you also like
Like,
calculus and integration. So yeah, but yeah, almost identical. So I don't really feel like we need to spend any more time on this because I'm going to have exactly the same issues Nui's had, and it's really
yeah,
going to come into our matchups.
it'll be interesting to see who's the better Chaos team by the end of the season. What are you
Yeah,
thinking for after Apothecary, Carl? Are you going to go for Minotaur or?
I actually do intend to eventually get the Minotaur, but
Mm,
I'm not going to get it until I've got some solid line backers
okay.
there, like I don't want to get it until I have a decent bunch of beastmen who can do some shit, so that I'm not like um, basically I want other positionals first, and then later when they're good, I will grab a Minotaur mainly just to put it on the front line as just to make that front line really fucking strong,
Yeah.
essentially. And even if I
Cool.
don't activate it sometimes, just to be a strength 5 piece surrounded by strength 4 pieces, which I think is gonna be really fucking hard to push through. Um,
All right. Speaking of chaos, on to Nurgle.
yeah, slightly different chaos team.
Holy shit, we have 5 cows, Dan, actually.
Yeah, because I was decided on cows
What
early.
was his quote, sorry?
Oh, right. Might be love, might be
My-
life.
That's good.
Yeah. Um. Uh, oh fuck. Well. Who wants to take us through?
I did play his team with a friendly, and let me just say that the Beast of Nurgle kept up its stellar
Oh no.
reputation of being hot garbage.
Oh no.
It just, I think it really stupid like 3 or 4
I
times
don't know
when he
what it
wanted
is
to
with this
just run
thing.
it into my wood elves and tie them up. It
On
did not
paper,
do
it
that.
seems so good. I just don't know why everyone has
Yeah,
such a hard time actually getting this thing to do anything.
but what have you got? Cutie Cooties, Mummy Measles, Auntie Anthrax, Blue Love, Heartwarming. That's a good one.
Oh, that's.
Rash Decisions, Happy Camper, Low Bacta. What? Buttered Flies in Stomach?
Yeah, yeah.
Venereal Girl, Flesh Loving Virus, Poxy Dust. That's some
Uh,
strong ones in there. I
I
like
I
this.
like that just because it's really touching that Nurgle vibe where it's like I'm disgusted looking at this and reading this.
Mm,
Um,
mm. It's good.
yeah,
I think it's the same lineup that Jethro went for as well, with just the 2 rerolls, but you
yeah.
get all of your players except for the Pestigore.
No, he does have a
Um,
Pestigore. He's just got
oh,
the
sorry,
one.
you only get one Pestigore.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah.
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 Um,
I found that
but
from we were talking the other day, and I think Lewis and Will said that you can get up to 4 pestigores.
Hmm.
I
yep,
reckon that might be the sooner you can get the pestigores, the better. Just because those rodders are like they're almost a waste. Like
Mm.
in terms of because they can die so easily, like leveling them up or getting MVPs when maybe a turn later they might just die is a bit of a challenge. Decay is
Yeah, the
pretty
decay
hardcore.
is
I think that was one
pretty
of
rough.
Jeffro's challenges in the previous
And
season.
and you look at them and you go, oh, they've got regen, and then you're like, oh wait, no, they don't.
yeah,
So
actually,
it's
that's a
like,
good point.
oof. So they are fairly garbage. They are Agi 3, which still also surprises me.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think they're decent enough. Yeah, you kind of want to use them to somehow hand off to your other team members,
hmm.
but use them as like a ball carrier early. I think it's fine, like how you kind of want to play it. But again, I think it's not the greatest league for Nurgle because they don't have any block. Everyone is a bit more bashy, I would say, or a bit more mobile.
I think Connor's right though in getting some more Pestigores as
Yeah,
soon
for
as you
sure.
can, and just having more regen is just going to help you out.
I'll tell you what it is a good league for, and there's a lot of
Claws
teams.
and Mighty Blow.
I was gonna say the amount of teams with access to mutations
Oh yeah.
and how good claws will be in this league.
Hmm.
I think that's where everyone. That's
See, I already knew that was coming. My whole team is already armor 7.
Yeah, that's you can't break it. It's untouchable. Um, yeah, yeah,
Good. I think
it's a bit, where is it? Not foul appearance. Disturbing presence is a
disturbing
bit wasted.
presence.
There's just not enough passing teams probably in the
but
league.
even I guess the thing about the skill set is they have a skill to stop passing. They have a skill to stop
Yeah,
bashing. So
Yeah.
the more bashy your opponent is, the more often that disturbing presence. No, is it disturbing presence? Foul appearance will trigger.
yeah, yeah.
I guess it goes both ways.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it could definitely, especially in like closer games, if you are having like a good bash and it's like, oh, that key block I needed just failed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you have to make like some more risky plays, which will backfire at some point.
I know I just spoke about getting more pestigores, but I guess the other challenge is the low team reroll. It's 70k for a
Oh yeah,
reroll,
true that.
but it's
Yeah.
also 80k for a pestigore. So like, I guess that's where I'd be focusing
Ah,
on
that's
getting
expensive
those.
rerolls. Why is it? I don't
Mm.
understand why teams like Nurgle have 70k rerolls, and then teams like Wood Elves have like 60k rerolls.
You wouldn't understand, Carl. You're
Yeah,
not a game designer. You
yeah,
don't see the matrix.
yeah,
Those again, they're hard to coach,
yeah,
Wood
yeah.
elves, easy to coach. These guys, brain dead.
What are you talking? Look about this dude. He clearly trains every day. Look at him. Right? He's training. I bet he's doing chin ups and sit ups.
What
Right?
what about the tentacle monster? What the fuck are they called?
Oh, the beast
Beast
of
of
Beast of
Nurgle.
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 Yeah.
Oh yeah, look, he's
He's such
Look
a
at
gun.
look at that tongue strength.
I gotta admire the name. So Willie always does a really good job with the
Yeah.
team.
I think this is probably my favorite theme so far.
Mm.
Those names were heartwarming.
Yeah, that's. I hate to admit it. Even though I just talked up my own theme so much, I'm like, oh fuck, why do I have to follow? Why do I have to get followed by Will? This makes me look like an idiot. All right. Is that our time?
Close enough.
Close
Yeah.
enough. Good. Will, very cool. Now left
Ooh,
wing yoga. Do you want to do
Kislev.
your own team, Connor?
Namaste,
I
Snowflake.
don't actually. Someone
That's
else
a good
can
one.
do my
All right,
team.
let me go. Oh no, I just did that one. I
Other
think
this
you
one,
go,
other this
Cal.
one. Okay, all right. Kislev, good to see you. Now this has got to do with a kind of like you and Connor did like you and Oliver did like a bit of a team choose each other's team sort of thing going on here, didn't you?
Well,
Um,
Oliver was threatening to play Kislev again, and I was like, you can't just. He was like, oh, Kislev's the best. I'll just play him again. I was like, you can't do that. You have to pick a new team. So I kind of convinced him to, if he played my favorite team, which is Khemri, I'd play his favorite team, which is Kislev.
mm, now you got the 4 rerolls, which is I feel like a must for Kislev out the gate. Um,
Mm.
and you went
They're
for
also
two,
very cheap.
yeah, two blitzers, two catches, and a bunch of linemen. And for those of you who don't know, I know that these guys got reinvented in the new edition, but um, they all have leap and very long legs, so they'll flip everywhere. Um, you can get up to 4 blitzers, is that right?
You can get up to 4 blitzes, you can
Yeah,
get up to 4 catches,
that's
and then
right.
you can get a bear. I was very tempted to go the bear, especially given how bashed the league's
Mm.
pivoted into. But I'll probably just get it laid down the line. For anyone who doesn't know, too, the bear has the exact same stats as the Croxagore from Lizardman.
Yeah, it's even got the prehensile tail, which is weird. But
Yeah,
it's got it. And he also does the same little dance when he scores that the
yeah,
things do, which is pretty wacky to watch. So you got these blitzers. They're very, very expensive, and you're paying primarily for their skill access. That's what you're paying for here. So they got strength, agility, in general, which is fucking a really good access. Um,
From what I understand, I think the only other player with access to strength, agility, and general is a vampire.
yes, I believe
And they're
so.
also amazing players.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
so
also
good.
really good.
Um, so they start with jump up, which is a good skill, and diving tackle, awesome skill. They just don't, and of course leap and very long legs. They don't start with, I guess, the typical all-purpose skills that many other blitzers start with. So once these guys get a level or two and they get like block, dodge, or whatever else you want to give them, they're actually really, really gun um, because they've got skills you would normally get later down the line.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm going to do a bit of a public service announcement for diving tackle right now. I'll try and remind people in the game, but diving tackle is inherently a gotcha skill, so I'm sure someone will fuck up at some point and it'll get them. And I'm planning, I'll see how true I stick to it, but I'm just telling everyone to suck shit if that happens because that's
eh,
you just gotta know it.
I will say I don't know. There's not going to be too many teams diving away trying to dodge away from you though.
Yeah,
I just
but
hope I
it'll
play
happen at
later
some
in the
point, and
season.
someone will tilt, and
Yeah,
It's not Connor's problem.
I feel like
not my problem.
if there was Lizardman, I find that just catches out skinks all the fucking
Well,
time.
it's actually so good against the Noblars as well.
Oh, that's true
Yeah,
actually. Yeah,
there you go, Luke.
And
Do
I guess
one.
my pretty much whole team.
yeah, true. Um,
And the Skaven.
yeah, the Scavens as well. And the other thing to note is the catches. The catches are really good. They're strength 2, but they do have agility 4, which mainly means that they can flip very
Agility 4
reliably.
and diving catch is
Mm.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, so they catch the ball pretty much anywhere. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
There's some really cool plays you can do with these guys. Um, Flipping over, catching the ball out of a cage, stuff like that. It's pretty nuts. So, um, yeah, and they're just agility in general though, which I mean, general's pretty good for
Yeah.
a strength 2 player. And the linemen are your standard human linemen, but with flip or
Yeah.
leap.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Um,
So tell us a little bit about his theme, Connor.
Oh, so if anyone doesn't know or anyone's not sure where it's coming from, there's literally so the comedian Sammy J does like yoga, so like national yoga or inflation yoga or things like that. So he's done a bit called left wing yoga. So if you get a chance, give it a
They're
bit of a
all
YouTube.
yoga positions.
Yeah.
Sunday penalty rate. Some good ones.
Yeah, so they're all, yoga positions inspired by the left wing, ethos.
yeah.
Mm.
I love it. I love to see it. Um, anyway, I feel like that's not really much else to talk about here. Whole team is flip. What do you want from me? Like
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. They just fucking do flips everywhere.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess from my end, I'd like an apothecary, and then I haven't made my decision of whether or not I'm gonna try pick up more catches and blitzers or just gun straight for the bear. I guess we'll see how brutal my first few games
yeah,
are.
that's really gonna be. You wanna you wanna see what happens if you lose anyone. Losing one of blitzer early on is really expensive. It's really hard to. Really sucks. Now we've got the other side of that coin flip.
Yeah.
And you can go through this one, Connor.
Oh, sure thing.
So we have Deathly Quick. Death can happen in an instant. And this is our Tomb Kings team.
Yeah, so I do like Oliver's theme. He's really knuckled down on just how quick the Khemri are.
Yeah.
They're a fast-paced, dodging, passing team.
Yeah, big
I don't think,
playmakers.
yeah, I don't think he actually realized until he was playing that the thrower has pass. I think that's a really
Well, he
exciting
actually did
skill.
use it as well, I think.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm very keen to see. I think this team might be on like between this team and like the high elves and pro elves for like the top passing agility teams.
I'm
Um,
confused. Sorry, you keep going, Connor.
okay, sure thing.
Yeah.
If you're confused why he hasn't got two throw rars, is that your no? That's all right.
Two Blitzras, more so, but
Oh, you can't take two blitz rars, I don't think.
oh really? Oh
Yeah.
fuck, they're 90k.
No, he literally can.
Ooh.
He's got 30k left, and it's 20k more.
Then skeleton. Oh, as in
Take two blitz
as
rounds
in
instead of
two
throw
blitz
rounds.
ras, no throw ras. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Having sure hands. Like, imagine this team without sure hands, though. Who's
No,
picking up the ball?
yeah, no, I think
I mean,
Brooks
that
A.
same person still needs to. Yeah, I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
But he has downgraded. So when I played, I took two throw ras, and I actually found that I thought that was a bit of a mistake. I think you only need the one. So Oliver's just downgraded one to a skeleton, and then saved some money to buy a blitz rar as quick as possible.
So did you when you played? Did you start with no Blitzras?
Started with one blitz rar, two throw ras.
Ah, okay. And
Uh,
he's got the 30k saved. Okay,
so
okay,
he's
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I can't
Because
believe
I
they
do
can't
think
start with two Blitzras. That's like,
yeah.
fucking hell.
You pay 90k for a
Oh.
worse than white, a bad white, which is we love.
they have regen, you know.
Yeah.
Whites have regen, don't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but they've got
Yeah, they definitely
they've
do.
got Agi 2, Connor. Right, you're
Yeah.
paying for that sweet upgrade of Agi 2.
So I do note that we've taken quite a long time to get to the primary feature of the Khemri team, which is the agility 2. I think Carl thought I was about to start talking about Tomb Guardians, but no, it's definitely the agility 2. They also have 4 Tomb Guardians. Tomb Guardians kick ass. You get 4 strength 5 guys.
With no nega trait.
I mean, they have decay, which we kind of touched on with the Rodders, but they also have regeneration. So I think those two just kind of cancel each other
Can
out.
I also just say the amount of regeneration you passed when you played this team was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Every fucking one regenerate injuries constantly. I can't. I hope Oliver does not have the same luck that you had, where we just couldn't put any of your players in the ground.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we go. The kind of rough outline I gave to Oliver is don't ever feel bad for crashing with this team because you'll just have moments where you suck, and it's gonna be it's glorious.
I guess also when we were talking a lot about it is like they're more a control team and positioning is really important for them, and where you put your Tomb Guardians is like decides your whole gameplay. Your
Yeah.
game plan's all about moving your Tomb Guardians around.
And even what you said before is they might be a strength 5 piece without a nega trait, but they're also a strength 5 piece that doesn't come with mighty blow. So
Yes, yeah.
on the flip side, it's kind of okay to just put people up next to them because they maybe don't injure them as quick as other people do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, tell that to my pro elves.
Yeah.
I like this theme as well. It's good. The
Yeah.
boom, blur, the
yeah,
flash.
I like it.
It's got Dom Toretto in there.
He's really doubling down on the strength of the Tomb Kings, which I think will work well for him. What do you reckon you're saving for, Connor?
What is he saving for?
Yeah,
Blitz
he's got
Ra.
his 30.
A second Blitzer.
Second Blitz try, yeah.
Yeah, and then once he's got the Blitzer, I don't. I don't know, just save up for maybe another reroll, some more skeletons. Like once you've got the blitz right, you've basically got your team done.
What about what happens if his thrower gets injured and takes like an armor down? What do you
Um, you pass your regeneration save.
do then?
Yeah, I think that's the only injuries I've copped on my team were my throw rars, and I think it was my lack of confidence that the single throw rar would have done it that really made the problem.
Look, I'm just waiting for big time passing plays from this team. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. I'm interested to see how Oliver goes with this team because it's very I think it's a very different play style than to how he normally plays. So um,
Yeah,
yeah,
and you got to like it's hard to make big time plays when like it takes your your runner like 4 turns to run up a pitch or something.
yeah. Um, anyway, that's they've also got thick skulls, so that also makes them quite
Oh
hard
yeah,
to remove
big
as
skull and
well. Yeah,
regens, pretty
quite tough.
sick.
So that's definitely uh, quick. We got next up is Harry's Hammers, um, which are a Chaos Dwarf team. Keep on hammering. A second Chaos Dwarf team that we've played, and we can see we've already got a level up on someone here because this
Lucky
was the other
bastard.
team that played. Um, but I don't know if I don't think he's bought anything new. Maybe he
He
has.
Uh,
got he just got break tackle.
Oh, but has he
And
spent any money to buy an extra player? One, two, three, four,
yeah, he's
five,
got an
six,
extra
seven, eight,
hobgoblin, I think.
nine,
yeah, maybe a
10, 12.
hobgoblin.
Yeah, I think he's grabbed a hobgoblin. Um, so I didn't see this team before it started, but I imagine it started with the 2 bull centaurs, the 6 dwarves, and then 3 hobgoblins.
Actually, maybe he
Or
got
maybe he
another
got a
chaos dwarf.
yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think he might have got. I don't know if you can get all of that out the gate. Um,
I know one of these teams started with a bit of money in the bank.
Maybe it was Jade then.
I think it's this one because the other one has an apothecary.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it must be this one. So he must have just gotten the hobgoblin, I think.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't know. One of the
Um,
things.
so yeah. So he's got the 2 bull centaurs. Great players. Once we get going, so they're speed 6, strength 4, got sprint and sure feet.
Mm.
Good combination. Thick skull, and now this one's got break tackle. So this
Yeah. I like that
he's
he went break tackle. I wasn't the biggest fan of Woody's sure hands bull centaur.
yeah. I think that's got its place, but I do like break tackle on this. I think break
It's just
tackle.
they're so mobile. Like you
Yeah,
want them running around.
yeah. Break tackle. Would you? I'm interested though. Like, do you think break tackle is a better first skill than block?
Yeah, because then you can reposition them. Like you don't have to leave
Yeah,
them tied anywhere.
I kind of like it too. I like it as a first pick just because yeah, it just gives you so much more versatility with them. Whereas
But
block,
I
Yeah,
guess it doesn't help them level up. Whereas like block
yeah,
allows them to essentially get more blocks off. So
um,
I don't know.
depends
Maybe you could
depends
do
how
one of
Jay
each.
uses them. Like
Yeah, that's true.
if these are going to be his playmakers, then being able to because you like one of the things that sucks is like when your big dude gets stuck hitting a lineman for like
yeah,
4 turns in a row. So like depending on how heavily he wants to lean on these, being able to pull them away and bring them back to like where the action's actually happening will be really good.
Mm.
yeah. I am and I think this is a really good combination with these things as
Yeah, it's
well.
just so mobile
Then
that it's
you're getting used to all these skills, um, and he might be planning on getting touchdowns with these dudes. So
he
yeah,
did get one today with one.
oh fantastic, love to see it.
He tried to do a handoff, failed both the reroll and the normal catch, but then there was a bit of a scrummage, and then he picked it off the ground and just ran it in.
Can I just
Yeah.
say, if this team gets going, it is going to fucking slaughter our entire league. Um, these
Yes,
guys in this league are going to be really strong if he manages to get some mutations. If he gets some claws, mighty blow, guard, fucking dwarves, it's going to be. It's just
Do you
fucking.
just hate dwarves, Carl? Any
yeah.
league we play in, the dwarves are in. You're like, dwarves are scary.
They are
Wow,
scary,
once they get
but
glad, the whole league's done.
this one more so the amount of mighty blow claws that he can get with these
Yeah,
guys, or mighty blow claws block. If he gets some mutations, that's what I'm scared about because
You just go
that will
mighty
make all the
blow,
chaos teams cry.
pylon.
Oh yeah, true. Um, claws my blow is still good against because it's
Yeah,
all
but I mean, you need
chaos. It's all the
doubles.
chaos. Yeah.
You need
Um,
doubles.
yeah.
Yeah, and Jade can't be rolling the doubles. Brooke wants to keep those to himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brooke
that's
gets all
fine. I
of
need those.
that.
Actually, I want startups. Double sixes, I guess.
That's a form of doubles.
Yeah, that's
He's also got the hobgoblins, which are, I mean, they're okay, I guess. They're
okay. Is a strong word.
they're, they're they're not great,
I mean,
but
they're as good as thralls, right?
They
yeah,
are a thrall.
yeah, they
Yeah,
are Thrall. Hey, Thrall's are the
in
best
different
player
in
on the
different
vampire
clothing.
team, so um,
That's
you,
that's a
It's just
thrall.
the differential between the two teams.
After they've been bitten like 25 times.
the Thralls know how to take it. They like have half a fucking pint of blood left, but they're still like, yeah, play on. Um, but they're alright. These are the Agi 3 players that you can get, so you
Yeah.
need to use them to do any of the stuff. But um, they tend to die. These guys or get injured. Um,
Jade when he played Lizardman was pretty good at keeping the skinks safe though, so I'm sure that'll pay out for him.
yeah, I think so too.
He's also good at getting the
Like,
TDs on the Saurus.
I
And these
pers-
bull centaurs aren't that hard to get TDs on.
yeah,
So.
true. It's true. I will say I loved Luke's new aged lizard strategy of just sacrificing as many skinks as possible.
Well, it really shows the difference in playstyle there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different mentality.
Also fan factor. So
Yeah.
a bit of fan factor this season.
Well, I think because he
Although
won a game.
he
Yeah.
won a game.
Oh yeah, right. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, forget me. Um,
Shall we
well,
pivot to the other Castlewolf team?
yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
didn't
might as
actually realize
well.
there was two. Who's the second one?
It is the little Russian battlers.
Ah,
Is
little
that
Aussie
Russian?
battlers.
No, Aussie, that's it.
You little beauties.
Jethro's team.
Oh yeah, I did glance at this. Yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, now. um, oh, strong names. Strong names. This is actually will be the team that that
That's it.
thingy
The
started.
other dwarf teams.
No, this will be what Jade started with.
No,
Because
they
he started with an apothecary,
Yeah.
and I think Jade started with 3 rerolls.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, what do you reckon is the better pick? What do you?
Yeah,
Well, Jade's now because he's got to level up.
like that clearly
obviously
worked out
better.
for him.
Yeah.
He didn't have a player die first game. He predicted going into
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's made the gamble that he's not going to have a player die in the second game as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
Jade. You just won't need an apothecary all season.
Yeah.
He plays the level.
Overrated. Just fucking inflates your TV. Just leave it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much the same. I think. Again, adding to that
Yeah,
dash.
so Jade must have not had a blocker, one of the Chaos Dwarf blockers,
And he's
and had
got,
like 30k TV or something. I mean, 30k
Oh
in
yeah,
the bank.
that makes sense.
yeah. So he's got his blocker, which is everything he wants out of his first game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just Jethro, just do that.
Well, Jeffro's got experience playing dwarves, so I think he'll be a pretty mean go.
He's got a
And
lot more
then-
movement this time around.
Yeah, has the hobgoblins and the bull centaurs, so he can really capitalize on that.
I don't know, but Jethro also has really bad luck with big guys.
Is a bull centaur really a big guy?
No.
Doesn't have a loner.
No, not really. He doesn't. But I don't know. I could see Jethro going, "Oh, I'm going to make it go for it," and then they sure feed double one and fucking kill himself or something.
Well, that's something we can look forward to as a team.
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful, actually.
I'm excited for that.
Let's put that straight in the highlight reel. And yeah, but not much, I guess, else to say because we kind of covered it in the previous one. They're a strong bashy team. What else?
I think another good theme from Jethro as
yeah,
well.
always a good theme from Jethro.
Strong
Real
theme.
strong contenders this time around.
I guess this is the last team with access to mutations, so between those two and the 3 chaos teams and the Skaven to all go hard on my claws.
What? No, there's 5 chaos teams that can get mutations.
Well, I mean, the 2 Chaos Dwarf teams plus the 3. Okay, whatever. We can call that 5.
Yeah.
Plus the Skaven.
Skaven, yeah, actually true. 6. Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. Well, let's go to the single lone. Oh no, there's 2 elf teams this time, I think.
Yeah,
So,
TJ helped me out.
yeah.
Yeah, see, Carl, this is what I was.
Hey!
This is that quote, yeah.
Yeah, nice. Not until this is
From all of us, season 1.
It's fantastic. I love to see it. And do you want to take us through, Brooke?
Yeah, sure. So I really like listening to everyone be tilted, so thought I'd make a theme about it. Uh, Other than that, I was tossing up for a long time on how I knew I wanted a war dancer, and then I wasn't sure how else to go because you can go 2 rerolls and get 2 war dancers or a war dancer in a big tree. But I thought I'll stick the 3 rerolls and then hopefully not have too many important people die, get an APO, and then start building my positionals.
Mm.
Obviously, we'll see how that goes.
I think you're quite lucky Brooke, because I did speak to Lukey earlier and he was considering playing halflings. And as we all know, halflings are the natural predator to the war dancer.
Well, I am worried because TJ is the only one that successfully killed a war dancer, and I'm playing him first. So,
Oh, can he keep up his record? Yeah, but he was playing them as halflings, so yeah.
well, is it halflings or is it TJ?
Or
That's
is
the
it
thing.
TJ? Yeah, that's true.
I know, I quite like this theme. That's some elf bullshit. They wouldn't let you swear, but let you get pretty close.
Yeah.
I
Fuck this
also
fucking
I
game.
I played Lewis in a friendly a while ago, and he was saying luck, luck, skill, skill a lot. So I've preempted him getting tilted and saying luck, luck, skill, skill, and naming some players that because I'm pretty sure that'll happen. There's a Woody's bit of tilt in there where he likes to get tilted silence.
Yeah, I
Heavy
saw that.
breathing. Everyone has a little bit of that occasionally. I feel like Carl, I just can't do anything. Is you 100%?
Mm.
Because I remember you saying that a lot against my guard
And
spamming
Oliver too.
Yeah,
orcs.
I was
Maybe
like,
maybe it
oh.
goes in the family.
Yeah, that
I
checks
remember
out.
Oliver like tilting himself out of making plays.
Yeah,
Just
that's
being like,
right.
it's not even gonna work anyway. Why bother making a dodge?
I love Nuffle, please. Nuffle, please. Yeah, of course it works for you. That's a classic new move.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to as the season progresses, somebody will get really tilted, and I can save that in the little
Immortalize
book
Yeah,
and
it.
add it to
yeah.
the team.
Um, are you gonna? What about like you love to see it? Uh,
No, but I
that's more
want
like a
tilted. Things
response to
people say
tilt. Yeah.
tilted, yeah.
What
I
I will say is I do like just coming back to the actual game for a second is I'm imagining this until you get your other positionals a lot of SPP on the war dancer. Or are you planning to try and spread it out a bit because you can actually do that with
uh
elves.
yeah, I don't know. Obviously I'll just see how it goes. I'll be getting scores wherever I can.
Mm.
You're
No
not like
time.
the orcs where you're gonna like constantly be
Yeah.
Yeah,
juggling
like
the ball just to like squeeze out the little bit of SPP on the
No
blitzer.
way. That was when he was playing a pure agi team that could pass the ball around easily. Fucking as if he's gonna try it with these guys.
well, I'll be passing it a lot, but all I need on this is just to get SPP, I feel like.
Hmm.
And then players not to die. But we'll see how that goes. So
Mm.
Yeah, that is
Well, as you pointed out before, at least you're immune to claws.
yeah,
yeah.
suck that, Chaos teams. 5 of yous. Yeah,
And
I was thinking of playing not vampires, sorry, ogres, and then I was thinking Khemri or Kislev, and then everyone ended up playing all those teams. So I was like, well, I'll just stick with War Dancers. And now it looks like the worst decision I could have picked because this league is going to beat the fuck out of me.
I guess my first question though is like, of the positionals, what's the first one you're gonna try to get?
Probably a catcher or
Catcher.
no, another War Dancer actually. What
Hmm.
am I talking about?
So you heard it here first, TJ. Kill this war dancer. 2 for 2, baby. Uh,
Yeah.
although it might be a little bit harder to do without halflings. But I can just gang foul the shit out of it. Um, all right. Yeah.
I don't really have anything else to that.
Yeah. If you can keep your team alive, and it'll be a strong team. But
Mm.
otherwise, I feel like Wood Elves either go really strong or they implode, and you just run out of players. Um, yeah. Now, one of my favorite teams, and back is the Blue Steelers. This is TJ team returning after being tilted out 2 seasons. Um,
3
so
seasons, wasn't it? Because he missed second, third, and fourth.
no, he played in
No,
second
he
as the
played the first
Halflings.
2 seasons. He
Oh
was
yeah, that's
Orcs
right. Yeah,
first
yeah,
season,
yeah.
Halfling second
And
season.
then tilted out of the last two. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So,
that's
and
a good quote, TJ.
yeah, I love this. You can derelict my balls. I saw that and literally laughed when I was adding his team. um, Now he's playing Pro Elves, which like my favorite team like ever. And he has got a pretty standard starting build. He's got the thrower. They're all also the looks and quotes from fucking oh shit, what's it called? I've just totally mind blanked.
Zoolander.
Yeah,
Zoolander, thank you.
Zoolander.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm excited that TJ is playing the Pro Elves because that was the other team I wanted to play. So I'm glad someone's bringing them.
yeah, and they're such a cool team. So that
It's
thrower,
pretty.
just really good fucking thrower. He's got 2 catches. So start with 2 catches and 2 blitzes, which is an expensive positional heavy build. But it's good. These catches are really good. Speed 8, nerves of steel and catch. They just catch the ball everywhere. They got so much speed. You can do so much with them, and they're strength 3. Um, these blitzes, like I reckon, just fucking best blitzes in the game. And he'll be looking to get dodge on them as soon as possible. So TJ, when you fucking level these guys up, just give them dodge straight out the gate.
What do you normally otherwise get? Because that seems like you're kind of getting everything. You've got your APO, you've got like 5 core positionals. Like,
Well,
what
this
else
is
would you even
firstly
start
this is
with?
the thing is he needs an extra player. So he's made a
Oh,
miscalculation. So
Oh wow!
he needs
TJ, you gotta fix that.
yeah, you need 11 players, TJ, not 10. The easiest way for you to get that is and still keep you can either drop a catcher and get another one and save up for the catcher. Um, I mean, if you really want, you could also drop the thrower.
well, no, hold on. He's got a cheerleader
Yeah,
and a
or you drop a
reroll.
reroll and a cheerleader. So it just depends on how
Yeah.
much you want that
Or the
reroll.
APO and a cheerleader.
Yeah, Apo and cheerleader would do it.
Actually, I think that's probably what I'd do.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
reckon.
would probably go with that. So
Because
Use
your
for
free
those
rerolls are
survivors first game.
beautiful. Yeah. There's a lot of positionals though to have no APO on.
yeah,
I guess they're
um,
all. I don't know. Only the
oh,
blitzes are armor right. Mm. No, man.
yeah, I would get rid of just the cheerleader and the Apo. But if you really, 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 really want those, you could potentially do without the thrower because you can just generally use a line elf to do it, and then pick up the thrower first chance you get. Um, so, but having these 4 positionals is really, really good at the gate. The only thing I would say to you, TJ, is try to get the SPP if you can on your blitzes first, because your catchers can then hog all the SPP they want because it's so easy to fucking score with them sometimes. Um,
Yeah, it's the classic. My catch is hogging all my
yeah,
points problem.
and that's not generally too much of a problem with the blitzers hogging all the points because they're tougher and they're just really fucking good. Um, and yeah, you get them dodge, and then after that, it's just whatever the fuck you want, really. They're fucking really good. They can dodge, block, and sidestep. You just get them whatever you want. Just be like Brook and roll stat increases on them. Just
I find that's pretty good.
yeah, yeah. Uh, these guys are the quintessential elf team. They're just really, really good. I like them.
Yeah.
Dodge out, dodge away, dodge away from all the scary shit. Just dodge squares back.
Watch out for tackle on all the dwarves.
Yeah,
Watch out for diving tackle on me.
yeah. The 2 Chaos Dwarf teams are going to be tough with these
Mm.
guys. They kind of just counter everything that you want to do.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's Blue Steelers. I think they're cool. Love them.
Here
And
we
I think
go.
this team's really good.
Probably one of the best teams in the league.
And last but certainly not least is Luck Skill,
Yeah.
which is it's a skill-based game after all. And I like the logic here in this one, which is I think when I played vampires, it was 4 vampires. When you played, it was 2 vampires, and he's gone for a bit in the middle here for 3 vampires to find what is
I
the.
think I went for 3.
I did. Did he go for 3? Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, I think the winning team's actually the 2 vampire or the no vampire team, personally. But we see how we go.
Yeah. The Thrall team is the real is the competitive vampire team.
How much is skill an issue with Discord, Carl? I know you said that before. Is that like a real thing, or is it something you made up?
That's
I
something that
have heard it before when
Yeah.
I've been talking, when I actually named a player twice in the college league
I
that
got it
I
from the
was in.
college league where they said that they didn't allow you to name players the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say maybe Lewis could put a dot between, like, S dot skill, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
But
that'd work.
by the time Lewis gets this, he'll have already played his first game, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Well, I
We
mean,
can
he'll
warn
be
him
online in
now.
like 10 minutes. We can just tell him when we jump
Oh,
on.
well, if you want.
But I'm not
Um,
sure. But I'm willing to test it out. See
Yeah,
if it
look, I'm
breaks
We'll
happy to
our
find
see
out
what
when we get
happens.
your big say.
yeah. Um,
Because I know you
Can
can't
you
change
click on
games
the thrall
afterwards.
for a sec?
The Hobgoblin.
Yeah, it is a hobgoblin. Yeah, I just was wondering if it had the same access as the hobgoblin, but
Yeah.
they're identical. A hobgoblin's also 40k.
they are, yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's a
sweet.
bit, yeah,
Good chat.
But
I'm interested
we
to
got to
see how
talk
you
about the
develop these vampires.
We got to talk
And
about the vampires. Look at this beautiful skill access. Look at this strength 4, agi 4.
Oh.
Look at this armor 8. What's not to love about them? Really, best player in the league.
Bloodlust.
No notes. The best. Easy.
Regeneration, everything the best player, starting player in the league needs. You know.
So
I
if we
am.
can just talk about regeneration for a hot moment. I know Carl was talking about how lucky I was with my regeneration. Carl did have what? Was it a strength 5, agility 5 player?
No,
That was me.
I
He only
had
had
this.
a strength
I
5
had a strength
player.
5 player who was on his way to getting agility 5.
Fake
Yeah,
news.
but he died.
He died.
And the best thing about
That-
vampires is you get it through a regen, and then you get an apothecary to
and
death
he
into
died
death.
through both of them, and I was like, well, fuck.
It's definitely the team to make someone tilt because
Hmm.
it's like it's one thing to fuck up on a 50-50, but then to fuck up on the regen as well. You just know Nuffle has it.
He was asking me for tips on playing, and I did suggest drinking as a solid starting base.
Making another team.
No, look,
No.
the
I
vampire
want to see
team.
him play this team.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he goes. The vampire team is for a very solid individual. It's for someone who looks at the game and goes, yeah, I can see I
Too
can do
easy.
this, and I can make these risks. See, when I dodge, I have to roll a dice. When I throw the ball, I have to roll a dice. It's for the person who looks at that and goes, I want to have to roll a dice every single fucking time I do something. Right,
Yeah.
every single time. Just click on someone, roll a dice. So it's really for the bold and the valiant, the vampires.
They are surprisingly fun. Like when I played them, when it works, I can't remember who I played, but I actually just bodied a team, and I was like, fucking great.
Yeah, but it's so much down to your bloodlust. Like the amount of plays that I've had that are just fucked up because of the bloodlust and the vampire. It's just like, you know
What's
what? I don't want to score. I'm gonna
Oh, I'll
fucking
what's
have
run
to
off the
the
field.
share with you the Discord that I was in, the therapy coffin,
Yeah.
yeah.
where that that has all like highlight plays, and you can feel better about playing vampires when you feel down.
I love it.
Yeah, love to see it. But good luck, Lewis. You're it's gonna be one every season, I think.
I guess in terms of as much as we've just spent the last 4 minutes shitting on this team, he started with an apothecary. He started with 4 rerolls. That seems like a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess from here, do you like if we're actually gonna think about it? Does Lewis want to go a vampire or does he want more thralls?
I think it plays a lot of how your
Yeah.
first couple of games go. Like you would want at least, I would say, +1 Thrall, and from there it's kind of
And this is definitely a team that you want the full 16 bench, because
you can never get that.
you churn through these thralls so fucking. What's the cap? Turn 13 is normally when you start running out of players. I find.
Yeah, that checks out.
And
So I haven't played vampires. I've just realised that I'm on a whatever you call
vampire
it,
main.
panel with the vampire expert. But I would just think that you would need more thralls to make up for the bloodlust. But then the moment you add another vampire, essentially your bloodlust numbers increase as well. So you need the reserve thralls to make up for that.
Yeah, that's why I think building Thralls first,
Mm.
and then you can also focus your SPP on those 3 vampires. Like I remember on mine, I got all of them 3 level ups, I think it was, and that was when they actually started being good players.
I've heard three level ups. Generally, if you can give them like block dodge or something, just some shit that's alleviating the dice rolling a bit, then they can come somewhat reliable. Like, you know, I mean, Brooke also did just roll fucking stat increases on them as well, which helps.
They were pretty good.
that helps. But yeah,
Agi 5, Strength 5, can't
look,
go wrong.
to be fair, what I will say is, from what I've seen in Vampires, they're shit in League, but in tournaments they actually do okay, because in tournaments you can skill buy, so you can load up with all your Vampires with a bunch of skills. and then apparently they're not bad. But getting there is so long and hard that it's you don't see them in league much.
Yep. Checks out.
Yeah, well, that's luck, luck, skill, skill. So good luck, Lewis. Interested to see how we go. I would be just imagine if this team ended up just like kicking off and like winning the league. That would.
I think that's what I imagined when I first started playing Vampire.
Same thing. Yeah, it's the first step towards playing a vampire team.
Also, fun fact: I don't think he's actually played a game with them yet either. So tonight's going to be a hot. Yeah, well, I mean that's his first game of the season, and with vampires.
So I guess with that to wrap things up, the schedule. So we've already had one game, which went to the Harry's Hammers 0-1.
Yeah.
Which I think is quite good on the behalf of the Ogres, considering that would have been quite a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, and he's only taken one injury to a Nobbler.
Yeah.
So that's good. Luck skill is up tonight, so it'll anyone watching the game will already be
true
done.
that. Yeah. Then we've got. Oh, yep.
I was gonna say, and me and TJ are playing tomorrow at about 6ish probably. So the Blue Steelers and the Sounds of Tilt.
Oh, beautiful.
Which is
Elf off.
Soft first game for you both.
Yeah.
Which is what we like to see.
Then we've got, I don't know, we have a tendency to play each other first, Connor, I think. We've got Chaos Theory versus Left Wing Yoga, which will be interesting. I'll just be looking to try and just get some SPP and get some skills on some of my players.
What a coincidence. That's probably my strategy as well.
Yeah.
I might go for touchdowns too.
And then we've got Subjugation Street versus Deathly Quick. I think that'll be an interesting game.
I feel bad for the Chaos team.
And Lulu Rats versus Little Aussie Battlers.
I feel bad for the Rats.
Yeah. I do feel bad for the
Rats.
Yeah. That's a
I guess he's got a Rat Ogre, so that's pretty handy.
Yeah, for me, I reckon it's going to be how hard can that Rat Ogre... so much block, that's such a strong front line. It's just...
I'd target the Hobgoblins 100%.
Yeah. So... Yeah, that'll be interesting. I think I'm really keen to see this game. But I just like elves, so that's me.
I'm hoping TJ can bring some new noises to the field, and I can add them to my team. It's been a while since he's played, so he's probably got some fresh
you know what
material.
It's going to be, and I'm obviously hindsight, but TJ always complains about the UI.
Oh, the UI!
So you got to name it dude after the UI. The UI.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that'll be it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that pretty much sums up. We can have a quick look at the leaderboard. Oh, look, Jade, you're winning. Currently winning at Thomas video. Who'd have thought? Yeah. So 12 teams, 11 weeks, and then we'll be getting the kickoff. They'll into playoffs, and there will also be a link to the spike up eventually when that thing registers. But I think it normally takes a week or two to get going.
No, it's already shown.
Oh, really?
The games.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, can you chuck a link somewhere for the web browser spike thing?
Yep, I'll post it in the chat now.
But yeah, I did check the Discord. It seems like it's up and kicking. The other thing, just to clarify, is when do we confirm rounds? Sunday, right?
Sunday night.
So we'll confirm rounds Sunday night. If anyone couldn't get their games done in a week, just let us know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I just don't hound Carl to start the round on a Friday or something.
Yeah. No one's done that before. All right. I'm gonna wrap it up there because I've got to go have some make some dinner. But yeah. So I'm looking forward to playing everyone. I think it's good to be back. It's gonna be a really good season.
I'm so fucking keen.
Did not show a picture of the Sacred Man of War. So if you do win it, you do have to show that proudly. So, Lukey, if you win, I hope your partner in your new house that you've just bought has got a mantle for it. All right,
I think the best thing done with it so far is still it's starting to feel like Christmas.
I was impressed that you had it on display at your place, Brooke. That was
Oliver was salty that you didn't do anything for Easter, bro.
Yeah, well, He can be salty all he wants.
What are you
He
talking
doesn't
about?
have it at his house.
We went up on Sacred Pilgrimage, Connor.
Yeah,
We
that's
went and
true.
saw it.
Yeah, first time Lewis saw it in person.
Yeah. We really should get him out for that. And I don't mean that in the, you know what I'm just gonna, you know what I mean.
That's a good place to end the video
Yeah,
right there.
yeah, yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you on the pitch, and look forward to the
He's
season.
on the pitch.
All right, bye.
Bye.